So once you file the S corp election, you can actually file as an S corporation even though you haven't received the approval. So the moment you file the application, as long as the application is filled out correctly, you mentioned there could be some errors in how you submitted the application. As long as you submitted the application correctly, you start operating as an S corporation the day you submit the application.
Okay.
So the approval normally takes 6 months or even more. So when the approval comes through, it is always retroactive to the date of your application. If it's a cash basis, so you invoice the client, say I have $10,000, you're sending out an invoice. If you are on a cash basis, you're sending out an invoice today and you're getting a payment tomorrow for the $10,000, you only record that $10,000 as sales for tax purposes. Let's say you sent an invoice today and you're only receiving the payment on March 1st. Then for February, you declare no sales. For the cash basis of accounting, it's when you receive the money, that's what matters, not when you sent out the invoice. Most of the small businesses, cash basis is the best because you're only paying taxes on the money that you actually earn and received in your bank account. If you're able to save on taxes without making them the owners, then would you do that? Or
yes, I will do that. Yes, I will.
Yeah, I think they will go that route first because there are definitely ways you can reduce taxes rather than make someone an owner to reduce your tax bracket.
Okay.
So it'll be increasing more of your retirement, and there are some strategies where you can defer the taxes and then receive it later. So there are strategies, and you are still at a relatively low income level. It's not necessary for you to bring them on right now, I would say. Let's look at your full picture for 2020, and then based on terms of taxes, there are still ways to reduce taxes based on where you are. We work with most of the small businesses, and more and more I work with small businesses, I see there is a lack of awareness of how they can save in taxes. So when they come to us, we really see from different 5 major areas we work with businesses: legal entity structure, the deductions, retirement strategies, insurance, and asset protection. On those areas, we are already able to save them tens of thousands of dollars. And one of the biggest problem we see in the country is most of the small business owners, they believe their CPA or accountant or tax preparer, they are saving taxes for them. But in reality, they are not. They are just preparing tax returns. So they think even if it's an established CPA firm, all they are doing is doing the compliance work of it, what forms to fill out, and filing your tax return by the deadline. So what happens with that is the tax preparation is a cost to you. They are not adding any value. They are not giving you any strategies. Versus when we work with our clients, we start with tax planning. So we look at your entity structures and your deductions. Are you structured properly? Are you taking all the deductions? I will also go through all the deductions that we look for in a small business. So they get multiple times of ROI on the fee that investment they have with us. We discussed your income levels in full, and when we talk more with the small business owners, we see this lack of awareness about doing a proper tax planning, which can save them a lot of money in taxes. So the tax planning, tax preparation is something is done after the year end. So 2020 is done, and then you're going to a CPA or a private provider or any tax software company, and they are just filling out the forms and filing the tax return for you. So that is something done after the year end, versus tax planning is done before the year end. So I was asking you, what are you estimating for 2020 in revenue? What is the profit you're estimating? So we look at it's a forward-looking estimating how much you're going to earn, and start putting strategies in place already in your business right now. So end of the year, some of the retirement strategies has to be done by 12/31. So if you're looking at it after the year end, you won't be able to take advantage of those. But there are certain things you can still do it beyond the year end. But tax planning is something done like you will be doing planning for 2021 now, and not for 2020 now. So it's
Okay.
always done much earlier, estimating how much you're going to have in income, and then putting proper strategies and structure in place. So when we work with our clients, these are the areas we cover: the deductions, legal entity structure, retirement, insurance, and there are we call it's a loopholes, but it's not actually, it's a legal provision. There's also Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and there's several benefits for small businesses on that. And there are some niche specific strategies, like I was asking you about veterans and employing veterans. If you had
Okay.
anything like that, then there is a work opportunity credit that you can take advantage of. There are five major ones, but there are also others specific to your situation. Retirement strategies like the 401ks, FIRAs, hiring kids is another strategy that works for small businesses depending on what age they are in. And then Augusta is renting your home for business. So you can conduct business meeting and actually have the business pay for that rent. So there's Augusta strategy when it comes to S corporation. There's also captive reinsurance strategy where the income levels are high. We recommend that. And admin office. That's where I was asking about if you work from home, or how much time that you spend and what is the space and all that. So these are like very popular strategies which applies to 99% of the small businesses.